Hey yo, what's up, everybody? It's Saint JJ. Today we're coming back a video basically talking about Tokenize Xchange, a Singapore-based exchange. Basically, is saying that it's Asia's leading digital exchange. But of course, unfortunately, for those who have put their money in and are unable to withdraw money, I'm really sorry for your losses. But hopefully, the courts or whatsoever ongoing investigation is gonna give you guys some clarity, and after that, hopefully, you guys can maybe get back your money or something like that. But the chances are slim, and I'm gonna explain to you in this video. And after that, I will say that in this video, we're gonna talk about how can you like prevent like things for happening, like let's say if you put in your money and after that from there your money is stuck in the exchange, some stuff like that we can basically prevent it, and I'm going to explain to you later on. So this video is not about any financial advice or any like sponsored by any kind of legal parties out there, but I'm just basically doing it based on my own experience in the crypto space, and after that sharing with you guys some tips and tricks that I have known of in the crypto space, and after that hopefully it can help you with your cryptocurrency journey. But of course, don't let this like exchange being like collapsed and your money is inside and you lost some money to basically say that crypto is a scam and stuff like that. I would say crypto is not a scam, but instead we have to be more vigilant, and after that from there to prevent these kind of things from happening and losing money in the crypto space. I would say crypto itself has basically funded my whole life. I would say my whole house itself is from the cryptocurrency market. Therefore, I would say that I'm here to basically advocate that crypto is legit, and of course it is somehow a tool for you to basically enhance your financial wealth if let's say you understand it, and after that from there you have the faith and the heart to do so. So without further ado, if you have not subscribed to the channel, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and of course leave a post notification to know my next upload. So we're going to talk about what is this tokenized exchange all about. So if you've been following my channel itself, I have done a video on the Tokenized Exchange reviews on the 25th of June 2020, and after that this video is a short 10-minute one basically reviewing the platform. But honestly, do I use the exchange itself? When I reviewed the exchange, I did try to interact with the exchange, but I would say that something is not really pleasing to me is basically the high fees that they are charging. Therefore I did not use the exchange. But of course, on the video itself, I did like put like an affiliate link out there to basically ask people to use the link so I can earn some money from this itself, because my channel itself is not running ads as of now, and after that I would say the ads revenue is not that much. Therefore I would say that yeah, definitely whatever affiliate program out there, I will basically use it, and after I try to gain some incentive out of it for promoting or for you to sign up and experience it for your own. And I will say that who knows, you might like it, and I believe that there's people in the exchange that likes it because they have put a lot of money in, and after that from there it's all over the news. So I'm going to explain it to you later. So it's basically a crypto exchange that you can buy and sell crypto, but of course they have some like expert mode, the same as the interface itself. It looks the same as Binance, and I would say that most of the exchange interface looks similar. And after that I would say that this over here is a Singapore based exchange, therefore I review it because yeah, it is Singapore based exchange, and why not like help out a fellow like a local company startup. I would say Coinbase, I mean the CoinHako itself was also one of the Singapore exchange that I advocate a lot because of the user friendliness out of it. So over here for these partners itself, we can see that Fireblocks and BitGo is always there on most of the exchange. Do not be fooled by this. This is basically like a custodian type of security for them to basically store their funds. But over here, we do not know that is this like a legit kind of thing, because everyone is using this and TradingView itself is just the interface. So I would say for you guys to really know that if the exchange is legit, I'm going to explain to you later on what can you do in the future and what you should do before you put the funds into any exchange. So it's a later part of the video. So basically, it's just, in a nutshell itself, it's a crypto exchange in Singapore, and after that from there it tried to get a MAS licensing in Singapore but didn't manage to get through. Therefore it failed to apply for the license, and I believe it went to basically to Malaysia or something like that to set up their HQ. That was like a history on the news. Therefore I would say that the news about this Tokenize itself is very huge as of today. So if you do like a DuckDuckGo or let's say a Google search itself on Tokenized Exchange, you will see news coming up like basically court cases, police cases. Over here, investors seek court order, basically blah blah blah, management of Tokenex operator amid police probe. So basically it's the police case, and this is the CEO, and after that from there we can see he's the founder and the CEO of this Tokenized Exchange, basically directed under the Amazing Tech Private Limited, which is the company. So here what happened itself is basically we can see that there's a 7 cryptocurrency investor applied for the high court. Why do they want to do that? Because simple, they have basically have almost more than $4 million Sing dollars held by the exchange. So let's say on average itself around 500 over thousands dollars Sing dollars is being held on the exchange. But I would say that why would you put so much money in the exchange? Maybe for trading purposes, but I would say that for day trading purposes shouldn't be that large amount of money in the exchange. Honestly, if let's say you're doing like day trading, basically, if let's say you have $500,000, that means I would say that your own net worth itself must be like 5 million or even $5 billion worth. Therefore, you can afford to put in like a 6-digit amount into the exchange and of course just leave it there or something like that. So I would say that this is kind of one of the lessons we learned. Do not put a lot of money in the exchange, regardless how reputable the exchange is. And after that, we can see that this over here, we can see that the director is basically being charged with fraudulent trading. So what I understand from the articles itself, which I'm going to link down below, is the founder basically have this amazing tech company itself linked with this tokenized exchange, and the funds is not being segregated. So the funds of each of these two companies itself is being mixed together, put together. Therefore, when accounting happens, it is the cluster kind of shit thingy. Therefore, if let's say like everybody do a bank run, like everybody will try to withdraw the funds from the exchange, they cannot meet the requirement of 1-to-1 because yeah, bad accounting and stuff like that. So investigation for this has already been like published on the MAS official website, which is all legit. And after that, from there is with the Singapore Police Force, which I'm not going to read everything here, just link it down below and you can just click on it and read it on your own. So in the nutshell itself, it has been a very bad like publicity slash the company itself. You can't even log into the exchange, which I tried with my own account itself. Basically, if I try to log in, it will just tell me like, oh, please contact the support for assistance. Therefore, it is a website is being like down. I mean, not down yet, but it is still there, but you can't log in into it. So I would say that what can you do about it if let's say you are affected? So I think that the thing that you can really do about it is basically to make an official report that you have money inside the platform. And you might thinking, okay, so how do you do it? Simple, just go to the Singapore Police Force website to do like an online e-filing report. And of course, once you make the report, I think this is not an official like advisory or whatsoever, but it's just like a path that you're supposed to take if let's say shit happen, and hopefully you can get some sort of records in the future if let's say it goes onto a court case and they somehow found that, oh, this company actually has enough money to recover to basically pay everybody back because of XXX amount of reason whatsoever. Basically, this is one of the chance that you can try basically making a police report, and after that, from there, I think you can try to go over to the commercial affair department to basically see if let's say they have any helpline to do so. And I would say the next one is I think case. Basically, after you make a police report, you can try to file a case on case itself, the consumer whatever it is in Singapore itself, like the lemon law whatsoever. Try to file whatever you can with them, with their like free public lawyer or whatsoever, and get some advisory from the official expertise people out there. And after that, from there, hopefully when the court case or whatsoever, they manage to find some funds and they can somehow return the money back itself. It might not be exactly like a 1-to-1 situation, but maybe instead of like getting $1 to $1 itself, maybe you will get like maybe say 50 cents or even lesser than that to whatever dollar that you put into the platform. Meaning if let's say you have $1,000 and you expect $1,000 back, which is slightly impossible because of some accounting issue, you might get only $300 back instead of the full $1,000. That's what I meant, and hopefully you can get something back out of it instead of a total loss itself. So this is just basically like what can you do itself. But I would say that the chances are slim, but I do not want to give you guys like very high hopes, because I've seen like exchange being like collapse or whatsoever, like the Mt. Gox exchange. Basically 10 years down the road, 15 years down the road, it is still like ongoing the cases. And after that, I would say that for this FTX itself was fairly straightforward and fast. Basically people got more money back. I myself was affected by FTX. Basically that situation itself, people got more money than expected because of all of the what is that, like the appreciation of cryptocurrency. And after that, from there are chances that I was lucky. But for Tokenize itself, the Tokenize operated by Amazing Tech itself, we do not know what's gonna happen. But of course, this is just on the news, and the only thing you can do is just filing whatever report that is basically to put you on the record. Therefore, you can somehow be on the list of like accredited or whatsoever, like a kind of investor or people that put in money, and of course they are owing you money. Therefore, you can try to get something out of it. So what can you do in the future? For this part itself, what can you do itself is very simple. I would say number one itself is never trust your trust your money onto any provider, staking platform, exchange out there, or even say DBS. If let's say, I mean, DBS do offer some crypto offering, but you are not technically owning the real cryptocurrency. But if let's say in the future, any big tech kind of company or finance company manage to like, I mean, like offering like Binance, or let's say Coinbase is a very big company in the US, and after that they are offering you like cryptocurrency exchange. You can buy crypto and you can hold the actual token instead of the ETF kind of paper money. If let's say you own this kind of like physical asset of your cryptocurrency, I would say that number one thing to do is to basically buy a freaking hardware wallet. It's very simple. It's fairly cheap. You can just buy it from Tangem. If not, you can try it on Ledger itself. Ledger, they also provide some like cheaper option out there, but I would say that Tangem itself is currently the to-go one I go for, because number one is cheap, and I would say that you do not. It's very simple to use. Honestly, you do not need like write down the numbers. I mean the alphabets or whatsoever, but you can just use their new tech itself to basically do that. But there is some speculation out there that's saying that this is kind of risky, because you are not owning any kind of like what is that, secret phrase for you to recover your funds. Instead, you're just relying on their wallet itself. Therefore, there's good and bad itself. If let's say you're trying to go for the user-friendly kind of interface, Tangent is one for you. If let's say you're more technical itself, I would say writing down the words and keeping it into like a, what is that, a nuclear bunker, and after that from there storing your paper wallet, I mean a paper that's being written over there, or metal engraving, something like that. So you can consider a ledger wallet if let's say you want to go from a technical point of view. So this is the number one thing I tell everybody in the crypto space, and I would say this is financial advice. If let's say you have any cryptocurrency out there lying on some exchange, and you believe that, oh, the lot whatever private limited or LTD is gonna save your cryptocurrency, I mean, you're totally wrong. Anything can happen. FTX was one of the exchange that was proudly launched in the US, and of course, there's a lot of investors promoting it, and even our state fund, our government itself, our state, what is that, state managed fund, Temasek itself invested into them, and after from there, we can see that it's shit. I mean, anything can happen. So in the crypto space, nothing is trusted, and I would say that your funds always must be onto your own into your own wallet, because if you don't own the keys, it's not your money. It's that simple. This is the crypto space. So what can you do in the future for exchange wise itself? So over here you can see the MAS itself has some regulatory regime being put out for the digital token service providers itself. So what is this provider? Simple to say, it is Coinbase, CoinHako, OKX, all of the exchange that is basically called the digital token service provider. And of course, Binance itself has not received the MAS licensing slash regulatory approval for this. Therefore, I believe a lot of people are still using Binance. But of course, this is not a video to scare you saying that you shouldn't use Binance or whatsoever, but of course it is not regulated. And after that, from there, we have been through one fiasco previously, I think 1 year ago or 2 years ago, can't really remember, in my channel itself, talking about Binance is basically blocking out the Singapore access. And after that, from there, we've seen like people like me itself trying to retrieve our funds from Binance ASAP before they close like their withdrawal services and whatsoever kind of like trading kind of thing. So if you do not want to encounter that kind of like troublesome thing itself, the best is to use the regulated exchange, which I'm going to explain to you later. And after that, from there, I would say that for the exchange to take note of is basically this over here, the proof of reserve. If let's say you're going to use any exchange, try to find for their proof of reserve, security of funds, read up on it, and after that see how they are like securing your funds. And after that, if their reserve itself, is it like 100% mark or even more, and after that this amount cannot be fall below 90%, 99%. I mean, can't be fall below 100%, because this has to always be kept at 100%, telling people that your funds is always back 1-to-1. You deposit your funds in, and after that you withdraw, you will guarantee get it, something like that. So this is the proof of reserve. Basically this is the industry standard set by Binance. If I'm not wrong, they are the first way exchange to basically do this kind of proof of reserve, and every exchange out there follow it, because it's like the standard, the industry standard for every exchange to have this, to show that they are reputable. And after that, all of the assets itself is on chain, which you can click on some of the link out there. You can click on it and after that view it on the public blockchain. So this is one way you could basically know that if the exchange is like legit. So over here, what alternative that you can do to basically switch out an exchange, if let's say you are only familiarized with the Tokenize Xchange. So I believe that if let's say you're using Tokenize Exchange, you might not really know like other exchange out there. Maybe you heard about Coinbase and you don't really know how to use it because I believe some people are very like used to the exchange, therefore do not want to move out from the exchange itself. But I would say that in the crypto space, it's best to have some other exchanges out there like alternative, and after that from there like uh, basically created a pool of exchanges out there, so you can basically switch around if let's say the one exchange is down, another exchange went to some crisis or some bad news publicity, you do not wish to like use it because of like any kind of like bad news, bad media about it, so you can have like other exchange out there. So I would say number one alternative itself is OKX, one of the crypto Singapore license that is licensed by the MAS, and after that from there you can buy, sell, deposit funds directly inside, and after that their fees, the trading fees itself is also not that high, and I would say that it's fairly reasonable, 0.1% for spot and taker. And after that from there you can withdraw also like in and out your funds into your bank account, simple as that. But I do not use the exchange because I'm still using Binance, but of course Binance to trade my crypto funds itself because I'm used to the exchange, and of course I do not put my money inside, and after that, every time I do a trade or whatsoever we reach a threshold of my amount, say $500 in assets, I will withdraw it out of the exchange. And after that, for second alternative I would say is basically Coinbase. Coinbase is one of the platform that is simple to use itself, and I would say that it's something similar to CoinHako. So if let's say you're using CoinHako, you can basically check out Coinbase. If you're using Coinbase, you can check out CoinHako to basically see which interface you feel like doing it. But of course, do note on CoinHako itself is the least priority exchange that I will recommend because this is simple to use, but over here I would say that the trading funds inside, some of them do not allow you to withdraw. It's just purely trading on paper. Basically, you can buy like some ABC coin itself, but you cannot withdraw it on chain because they do not have the option to do so. So technically, I just only trading it on the exchange with them, with some magical internet system that they have to show you that, oh, you own this token, and if let's say you make some profit, we're gonna pay you the profit, something like that. You do not technically own the token because you can't withdraw the token, and I believe they do not. I think they do not actually own the token itself. They just want to have an exploration of like or alternative that, oh, we have this trading option for you guys to there's some money to be made, something like that. But I do not sue me or whatsoever, but it's just a speculation on my end because there are some products out there, some cryptocurrency out there on CoinHako you can't withdraw and you can't deposit, you only can trade on it. And for Coinbase itself, simple to use. If let's say you are an advanced user like me, normally I would say I would recommend people to use Coinbase to deposit USDC, then withdraw it out onto other platform to do their trading. Because buying over here do not cost a single fee with your Sing dollar towards US dollar, and withdrawing itself on the Polygon network or Optimus network, quite a lot of network that they are supporting, which is totally free of fees withdrawal. Therefore, technically you are only paying for the spread. And after that, for this over here, OKX, I have not really tried their platforms depositing like Sing dollars and start buying onto it because whatever setup I'm using now, it works for me. Therefore, I do not really like sort out for an alternative as of now until something's gonna change. Then I will basically look for alternative. But I know that these exchanges are out there, therefore I already have my account set up, and you can have your account set up as well using my link down below. And after that, from there, if let's say any news that happen, and after that let's say any exchange that suddenly like close withdrawal or say you can't use it anymore, at least you have a backup for you to basically do some trading. But of course, if let's say you're gonna do some trading of like $10,000 or something like that, I would say yes, you can put the $10,000 in the exchange, but make sure it is regulated and licensed by the MAS. At least it's a safeguard for you itself. If let's say you're using like a rogue exchange like Binance or let's say Pivmax, Bybit or something like that is not licensed by the MAS itself, I would advise not to put in so much money. Instead, just do like $5,000. I mean, whatever amount you put in exchange is the amount that you can afford to lose. That's the golden rule. And after that, from there, whatever it is, do not trust the exchange to keep your funds on your behalf. Therefore, I would say if it's not your keys, it's not your money. Simple as that. So I'm gonna see you on the next one. Bye bye. Peace.